What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Create Survival series. Today we got a few things that we got to do. Now, this video may be pretty short just because we are going to have a storm here in probably an hour or two. So, pretty well as I'm recording this, we're going to be hit with some very heavy winds that may knock out some power. So, this video may honestly be pretty short, but we do got some things to do. We got a one decorator ship, make it look not so Minecraft like, add some trapdoors, add some details and some fun things. I tried adding some sails. I'll be honest, I don't like the sails, so we may honestly just get rid of these. I might add some like water wheels back here just to make it seem like it's going, and then we'll add like a little movement so it looks like it's just constantly moving. But yeah, we may get rid of these. Now, the thing for the catfish, we did get two names, but here's the thing. We got the name for one catfish. There is a name for another one. So we are gonna go get another catfish at some point, just because I want, this name to also be included because it's kind of good and I like it. The first one's kind of funny, and I also like that one too. But the first name we're gonna have to go with is Jerry. It's just pure Jerry, and that was by Tess Lyrics. So Tess gave that first name of Jerry. So that's what our first catfish is gonna be. Where is he at? Where's the catfish? Did I lose him? I would have not lost the fishy cat. Where's the catfish, brother? Oh, right here. So this first one is gonna be named Jerry. Now there was a second name that came through by Pleasant or Pleasante. They said, love the dedication, keep up the good work. Catfish name equals, I think it's Cassius the first. I think it is. But yeah, they said Cassius, something like that. English, not so good. So yeah, Cassius the first. But anyways, thank you for, the support. I really appreciate it, guys. We are going to get the names Pleasant or Pleasante. I don't know. We are going to try and find another catfish, so your name is also included in for that one. We just got to see if we have any. Do I have any name tags? Please tell me I have a name tag. I do got a name tag. Okay. So this one, first name is going to be Jerry. And then we'll put the name of it, of the person that said the name. So Jerry by Tess. There we go. Jerry by Tess. So we're going to head over to our other one. We do have to find another catfish, which means we are going to have to go up to the mangrove little swamp area. Hopefully find one up there. And then we can take that one and then, name it Cassius. Cassius. Something like that. It's not cautious because there's no U. Catious. I mean, I'm guessing Cassius. Cassius? I don't know. Something the first. So we will have to find another one and then, do that. So let's go ahead and put our fun little Jerry in here. This guy. I gotta make sure I don't click the wrong one. There we go. It is now Jerry by Tess. Perfect. So we do gotta find another one. But again, Tess, thank you for the name recommendation. And also thank you, Plesante, for the support and name thing. Yeah, the name idea. Also, thank you, Tess, for the support. Also, I don't want to make you feel left out. And really, thank you, everybody, for the support. It's a little bit crazy right now. I'll be honest, it really is. The amount of support is very unexpected. So, we do have to work on our boat right now. So, we do have to try and figure out how we can design this. Now, I was thinking if I put this back here, obviously, the seat's going to be up here with, all like the train configuration stuff. So, they can control that. I was gonna make this like a little, probably just keep this room empty. We're probably just gonna keep the boat empty as it is, other than, the interface and then the vault. Now, I don't have any vaults on me, so we're gonna have to make some of those. I do have this though. Really? What's your problem? All right, we'll place that one there. There we go. So now we just need an item vault, and that's the thing we don't have. So what we're gonna do real quick, we're gonna clear out this little bottom part of. You're telling me I don't have sand? Okay, I was about to say. We're gonna clean up this bottom part real quick just because it is covered in water and we don't want to have a sunk ship. Let the water run out. There we go. Perfect. We now have a little underground area. Now I was going to put this initially as the storage vault, and we can add some seats or something up there so we can also use that as like a transport or something. But that would mean I have to put the portable down here, and then we would have to move the boat forward, which is something I don't want to do because I don't want to take this boat down and remove it. So what we're actually going to do, this is dark oak. Okay. What we're going to do, we're just going to get rid of these spots and we're just going to fill this in. We're not going to have anything showing down here. We don't need any windows down here. Also, if you hear a noise in the background, try and ignore it. My mom, for some reason, has started the vacuum. Cool. Probably trying to vacuum the stairs or something. But if you hear that noise, it's not my fault. All right, there we go. We're going to put all of these up. Perfect. Now, I really don't need to worry about the windows up here just because, well, we're not going to have water up here. And as you can tell, it still looks fine. We don't have windows at the bottom. A water wheel. I don't know if I want to put a water wheel on the side, like this, and then you can have it spinning so it looks like it's good. or we move it back a little bit and have the entire backside as water wheels and then have them spinning, which would probably be an issue because I don't have a way for it to actually spin. So we're gonna have to try and figure out a way for that to happen because there has to be water going over the top of it to make it spin, which is something we don't have. Now I could add one onto the side and would just be fine like that, but it will probably look pretty weird. So we'll probably add one in the middle too and get rid of this little non-movable rudder that we don't need. All right, so we are going to need more water wheels, which might be a little problem because actually they won't. Why? Because I have the stuff for it. How do I make one actually? Okay, I forgot. That hurt. My finger slid on my desk. All right, we're going to make a few of these just because I don't know how many we're actually going to need, but I might as well just make more. Yeah, we'll just make a lot more. And then we'll get more just because we don't need 700 chests, preferably. Then you get these. After you get more planks, because we're going to need more. Put all that in here. Go around. We got 7 of 5. Perfect. We now have 5 large water wheels. Now I gotta make sure these are actually in the right spot. Hello, Squid. A little bit creepy, man. What stair are you on? Okay, second stair. Right? You're on this one? No, you're on the stair points out. Why did I do that? See, you could also do that, but then it looks really weird. And if we do this, then we gotta get rid of these pieces, which lead into the boat. Yeah, this leads into the boat, which is something I don't want to do. But it probably will make... What the heck, man? Probably does make it look better if we do it this way. So, I guess. Now, do we think these really small ones are actually going to do anything? Probably not, but it seems fine. Now, really, do we need these to spin? I would like it, yes, but it's not really going to do anything. It's just for design and detail. Also, it's night out and I can't see anything. Actually, I want to test something real quick. We have a darkness mode and I hear the vacuum right behind me. We're going to pause for a second. All right, so we're going to get rid of the little sails because these are quite annoying and pretty useless because, well, they don't work. And if they work, they probably would be better, but they don't. So, do I care that much? Not really. I just gotta make this boat look good. We have space, we can move and stuff like that. And I don't have, actually, I do got a pair of shears. Yes. Wow, it's still not that fast. I thought it was gonna be way quicker. I was lied to. Thanks, Minecraft. The one thing I would like to, shears aren't worth it. Whee! All right, we'll pop these ones out. All right, so we got no sails, which does make it look plain, but I did add some trapdoors to the side, so it has a little detail and a little flare. And then we have little cog wheels on the back to make it look like, or water wheels on the back to make it look like, that's how it moves. I was going to put them in the middle, but I decided not to just because it was going to cause, well, it to look weird, and I didn't want that. So, something we're going to do, we're going to turn this into kind of a, what's it called? Cargo ship, I guess. I mean, we can. I don't know if it's going to work that well, but all right, there we go. So that is all set, which means now I can do something. Obviously, it will be connected. Nah, because that's going to make it look weird. Just keep the stairs like this, we'll be fine. Again, up here's the steering, all power. Up here will be freedom, I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying to make this thing work. Oh, look, cool. Alright, so we are going to need an item vault, which means we're probably going to need a few because I do want this to be a decent one. Because we got to make it to where once it holds 1,000 or 2,000 items here, it can leave that station and come back. That's the only way it will be able to leave the station over there, is if it has around a certain amount of items. Leave, come back. By the time it's over here, it should have enough for something over there because those farms should constantly be going, hopefully. And then, a train will come through, pick it up, and take it to our storage. All right, so item vaults, it's iron and barrels. Pretty simple. I have an iron farm. Actually, I have 2 iron farms. One's here, one's way over there, and I'd rather use the one here because I don't want to go over there right now. The only thing I went over there for was to get the catfish named Jeffrey, James? What was the catfish name? I lost it already. Hold on. Hold. Check in Creator Studio. Jerry. That's what it was. Jerry. I don't know where I got Jeffrey or James. All right, so we need barrels. I have 1. I have more. And there we go. That's good. We're going to do 16 of these. Put this in the press and let that go. And then obviously, look how quick it is. It's pretty quick. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go to our crafting a table. And we're definitely going to need more. Can I make more barrels? Actually, how big could I make this thing? It is nighttime. It is time for bed. I'm like 70. I go to sleep at like 3 o'clock. All right, so we go here. Let's put, we need spruce ones because that's the only thing that's going to work. Oh, we need more. Now, I don't need it to be super, like, big. We don't need super large piece. Do I have any more spruce? You telling me I'm out of spruce, eh? That's what I said, man. Perfect. Good enough. Now, I could make this longer to where it's, able to hold more. But let's be honest, this set of item vaults 2 by 2 is going to be able to hold 15, maybe 20,000 blocks if I remember. If not, I'm way off, but it's going to hold enough of what we need. And then all we need, why? I gotta disable Enderman pickups because that's annoying. That is so annoying. I don't need Enderman picking up blocks and teleporting them everywhere. Wow, look at all my emeralds. All my emeralds. Ooh. I still gotta do that for the storage, which is gonna be a pain. Oh well. Alright, something I'm gonna do. We're just gonna take all wood by iron. We're just gonna do all these. And then we're just gonna make barrels, I guess. Alright, we got 29 barrels. Let's go ahead and press all this iron. Do I have any more anywhere else? Negative. Alright, well, time to go press all this. Alright, so we're almost done with pressing. I think we're at 64 exactly. Yes, we were. Perfect. Alright, well, make more. And I'm out. Cool. Well, let's head back to the fun little ship, because this is a ship, not a boat. The boat is tiny. This is a ship, my man. It is a ship of rocketness. Perfect. Now have item vaults. Now, I could do one on the other side, but really, I don't need to, just because, well, it's not going to do anything. Now, is there a way I can turn this to make it look like a small little shipping container? Actually, we're on like a medieval boat. If I just make, hold on, do I have copycat panels? I do. What if I just, can I make another barrel? Am I able to use barrels as like a decorative block? I can, but it looks horrible. I'm okay. Yep, that won't work. Cool. We'll just leave it. I reloaded shaders. Nice. Now it does look pretty boring up here. So if you have any ideas on what I can throw up here, or like, throw around the ship, let me know. I'll be honest, I also don't know how long I've been recording. It feels like maybe 15 minutes. So I lied. It's only been 20 minutes instead of 15. We still have a lot of things to do. All right. How could I design this? I mean, we need phantom rails, which means we gotta wait till night. But I also don't know if I have phantoms disabled, so we may honestly never get phantoms. Is there a way I can crush an elytra? Means I have to travel like 7,000 blocks in the end without killing the dragon, because I really don't care for killing the dragon. And yes, you can get the elytra without killing the dragon. It just makes it easier to get the elytra. All you gotta do is just bit out of the edge of the side you spawn on, because you'll be closer on that side. You just bit out of the edge, go for like 15, 20,000 blocks, and then you hit the end island. Then you gotta, wander another 3,000 blocks just to find a ship, if you're lucky enough. All right, so we need to make a, how do I do this? I never made anything train related. So train station, train casing, and a compass. And that gives two. The brass casing and employ a train casing. Okay. Kind of lost on that one already. All right, so I do have brass, so I can make, little brass casings. All right, so we got brass casing. We need sturdy sheets, which is, I think it's those pressed things, the obsidian dust stuff. These make press sheets. Yeah, it is. Lava and press. I only need one of those. Okay. Please tell me I have my lava thing up here. I do. Perfect. I only need one, I think. Right? It was only one thing, right? Please? Okay. This should make two of them, so we just gotta press this twice. Perfect. Now we put this on this, and then we do that. Nope, I was wrong. What do I do? Deployer. Alright, well, this item is being deployed. This one is being pressed. Train casing. Alright, train station, 1, and the compass gives 2. Now I need a compass. Let me just smelt this iron real quick because, I apparently don't have any on me unless they're already pressed. Yeah, see? I got 8 pressed. That's not going to help. Alright, so I do this, and then I can put that. Boom, train station. So now we have those, which means, well, we gotta wait for phantoms, which means I cannot go sleep, which is gonna be a pain. But we can clear out some of this little island stuff here because that's just gonna cause issues later on. So might as well just clear it out now. And yes, we do gotta dig it down pretty far. Good thing I have aqua affinity so I can breathe underwater, or respiration, whatever it was. It's one of them. I don't remember how far I need to dig this down. I mean, technically I could just do one little glass sheet and then have it there, so I don't fully know how much I need. Means we gotta dig out some areas. I'm stuck. And of course, it's nighttime, so we can't sleep, which is sad, because I like my bedtime. Now, we can add some lanterns, might as well, because it's pretty dark on here. Add one up there. Add these. I need more lanterns. Alright, not bad. The little spots here. Add one in the middle, might as well. Gotta add one on the inside, of course. And then we gotta add some down here so we don't have any creepy monsters. Oh, you're a little bit off. Perfect. All right, not bad. We now have some light on here. We can now see it when it's moving, which is good because I want to see it when it moves. I also want to see it when it crashes because I know it's going to happen. Now, something I can do, I can just do a glass pane underneath just so it's not like, I should have glass panes, right? Before I make more. I don't. Wow, I'm kind of surprised on that one. All right, so This will go right in the middle, which means this will go here, and we're gonna go down too, which means the cart will be right on this level. All right, I'm gonna go collect this dirt because I actually kind of need it now. All right, well, can't do any. Ow, brother, dang! Stop beating me. I'm sorry. He drops copper. That, that's all right. So our train car. I don't know how big these train cars are, so I don't know how they work. Now I need a test track, so we're gonna have to make some tracks real quick. Oh, hello. How do I make a base train track? A slab with zinc or iron nuggets. A stone slab with zinc or iron nuggets. Or an andesite one. Okay. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Perfect. We got that. Let's go ahead and get, I have an iron nugget in here. What was the other thing? And then a press. Cool. Let's head to our fun little fancy machine. And I have been spotted. What a nice surprise. So the item that's getting pressed is on there. We'll put here, put on that, and then we press. Perfect. We now have one singular train track. We're gonna need more though. Die. Leave my property. Ooh, boots. Don't need them though. I see. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need more because that's, yeah, we're gonna need a little spot to where. Get out of my area. All right. Well, let's go make another one real quick. All right. Let's get one more. And then we gotta see if these can actually be placed underwater. I've seen people do it, but I don't also know what version they were in, so this could be very bad. And I just made these for nothing. And then a final little press. Perfect. Let's head back to the ocean. I think we have to do nighttime like 2 or 3 times before we get insomnia or whatever it's called, which is going to be a pain. You're telling me not holding a track. Each one is a track. Brother. That is. I need a train track farm then. What am I doing? Oh no. Yeah, so we need a lot more. So I'm gonna make quite a lot. Might as well. Gotta make more. Alrighty, and we just got more. Perfect. We're at 7. Should be fine. That was night 1. Or a night. And we just got like 2 or 3 more. Cool. There we go. So now I need to put, again, a little test train casing. This will go right here. It needs to go that way. We'll test it there. Create new train, which means we go here. Use a railway casing to create a boat. How do I make a railway casing? I'm guessing a train casing is a railway casing? Yeah, I'm guessing it's a train casing. So we'll just make another one of those real quick. All right, we got train casing. Let's see if this is going to work. And we actually just got the achievement, even though we already made a train casing. Yes, that's how it works. That is not also the right placement that I had. Ooh, look at that one. Now, these are going to be hidden, so I don't know if I want these underground where it's just a glass, because really if you're above, you can't see glass. You can without shaders, but we have shaders, so try and find the glass. You see the cart, you see a very tiny bit of it. You can't even fully see it. So if I actually move these, now that's the middle though. Now let me get the wrench. Oh, you can make it invisible. That means I can actually put it right to it. Actually, no, because then you're just gonna see it. We can't actually move these. So if I just break that one, nope. So if we put it here and then we do that there, click this, create train. I can put that there. Yes. Okay. Which means right here is where it will stop. That's where it will stop, and then we'll just connect. Bad thing is we just got to try and glue all of this together, which is going to be pretty bad just because there's so many like edges to this. So yeah, we are going to have to drop this down quite a bit. What is under me? Not much. We just have to have it follow. All right, well, we'll just take all these because we kind of know how to do it now. We just got to clear out space for it, you know. All right, so there is a lot of things that we have to try and figure out for this. Now, yeah, I could put it underground. That'll be better, but then we're gonna have to try and go all the way through to where everything is underground, to where nothing is seen. Because I mean, if you're over here, you can still see the bottom. Like you'll still be able to see everything. Now, if it's far away, you can't because you got the reflection and stuff. But if it's like passing right here, you can see it, which is not going to be good. So I'm gonna have to try and figure out how I can make these hidden without it. I mean, the phantom rails are going to be invisible, so you won't see the rails. And then you can make the car invisible, which is also good. But then you see that little seat. So I could make it to where the train car is literally just right here connected to this. And then the only thing you see is just the seat. You won't see the rails. You won't see the cart, which is pretty good. And then, well, you could just have it go through, which is probably what we're going to have to do. So we just got to wait for, well, to see if to see if the phantom spawn or, change everything. So we just got to wait. All right, so we are actually going to end today's video here just because the storm is really close. I am hearing thunder. So we're going to end today's video here because I don't want power going out as I'm recording, and then, I lose all this footage and then you guys don't get a video. Now, this video may be pretty short and I am sorry about that. But next episode, we should hopefully get everything situated. We should get the rails put in, everything going. We should at least get the ship moving, hopefully. Now, Do I know how I'm going to do that? Not a clue. Is this going to take a while? Probably. But again, we are going to end today's video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm still waiting for the phantoms to spawn in. So once I, start getting attacks, then, well, we'll have phantom rails. That's if I have phantoms enabled. I don't know if I do. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I do have a second channel linked in the description. So if you want to see some extra content, basically a whole bunch of variety stuff, different game simulators, story games that I streamed on. We are going to plan on doing some multi-streaming, so Twitch, YouTube, Kick, maybe TikTok. The YouTube streams aren't going to be on this channel. They would be on the second channel just because this is mainly Minecraft, stuff like that. So if you do want to catch a stream, you got multiple different platforms you can probably find me on. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.